Yeah, but recording is to get an idea, right? You don't have to imitate a certain recording. Of course, there's a recording that you're gonna love, and you try to replicate everything that's in there. But ideally, you want to use recording as source of information, meaning that you gather as much information as you can and then you come to your own conclusion. Do not try to do everything in there. Try to pay attention to what the sheet music tells you. You have all your recordings, you know that in this recording this person does that. You necessarily don't like that, but maybe it's something that's written in the music and you might actually consider doing it. It's like what I told you last lesson. You build a foundation, you make sure that you learn all the notes, that they're in tune and everything, and then you make sure that the mechanism is there, and then you can worry about making certain musical decisions, you know?
It's the mechanism that's been troubling me.
Okay, yeah, so
it's
let's
clearly
work it
been
out.
in my left hand.
So let's just work it out. Okay, cool. So technically it's better than last time, but it's still super fragmented. It gives me a sense that you don't really know what's gonna happen. It gives me a sense that you're trying to copy a recording, but you're not yet able to do it because the mechanism is not there, right? So this is exactly what I'm getting.
And I haven't listened to the recording deeply enough either.
Exactly, and that's why I'm telling you that before you try to imitate a recording, of course imitation is a good source of learning. People start learning by imitating, but you also have a cognitive characteristic that you can apply while learning music. All you have to do is like look at the music and say, okay, how do I want this piece to sound? You take the information that the piece of music gives you. You take the rhythm, you take the notes, you take the tempo, you take the time signature, and then you start putting that into your brain by singing. The good thing about listening to a recording is that it's kind of like a shortcut, right? Because you already know what it sounds like. Then all you need to do is, on top of that, pay attention to what the music says, and then try to start engraving your own sense of interpreting that music, you know? So if you had to play right now, what is the tempo that will feel comfortable for you? So that's quarter note.
Yes.
You can play well at that tempo?
That's the tempo I'm aiming for.
Okay, what is the tempo now that you could potentially play close to your best right now?
Oh, that's trickier. That I haven't explored.
Yeah, so that's the first thing that you need to explore. Because the way that we build things is by doing it right from the beginning. The slower tempo allows us to have more time to think about what we're playing. So it is never a bad idea to lower down a little bit for us to process what we need to do. And also, you're struggling with consistency in the tempo. Like you start at a tempo and then you go through various tempos within the span of like 5 measures, and we don't want that. And you have to let the people know that you're going to the tempo. It's not like there has to be an organic sense of like an organic way of doing it, right? So you need to make sure that whatever you're doing with your cello, whatever the story you're making with your instrument, you're connecting with the audience, okay? So this is what we need to do right now. We need to cover everything and make sure that we truly understand things, because we can just not do things based on pure imitation, right? We're not kids anymore, right? We're develop our brains. So everything that we do should have some sort of like foundation, some sort of reasoning while we're doing it.